Hey, everybody! Welcome to level 211 of Playable Characters Podcast. 2 weeks in a row. You're lucky. You're getting some tricks and treats for Shocktober. I told you legally, as a podcast host, I must call it Shocktober for the next few weeks. I am Brian McGinnis. Thank you all for joining us and listening on this fine, maybe Monday morning, maybe afternoon. I don't know. Last week I know it was like a surprise episode, which a lot of you must have loved because it was good to be back. I'll say lots of nice comments and feedback, and oh my god, you're back. Honestly, I'm not just saying this, warms my little heart. Thank you all for that. Hopefully this one makes you just as happy. All right. It's almost Halloween. We're keeping the scary theme going here on Slayable Characters Pod Slash. Do that too. It's required. This guest today, again, lately I'm having a lot of mess-ups with the bookings. I'm sorry, but it still fits. All right. So you all know the game Splatterhouse, right? We have a realtor. We didn't get Rick from Splatter. We got a realtor trying to sell the Splatterhouse by accident. That's who I got today. So let's bring him on. And how are you doing? Thank you for joining me today.
Okay, Brian, you give me 1 second, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just tell him that the burial ground was moved years ago,
Hmm.
but it's Native American is we don't say that anymore, so it doesn't count. All right.
Wait,
All right, Frank. Goodbye. Hey, Brian, how this is Steve Snelson. The L is capital.
why? Is it really?
How are you? You know what? You know what, Brian? Why don't you go back in time and ask my ancestors why the L was capitalized?
I'm
But it looks
sorry.
like it was something.
We'll see. Thank.
I'm gonna help you get into a house today.
I'm good. I actually just bought a house. I just
No,
bought
you
one.
need another one.
No, I don't. I
Oh,
definitely don't. But this is great. Thank you for joining. I mean, I kind of want to get right into it because I'm surprised, first of all, that you are, how can I say, representing the what we know as the Splatterhouse. Um,
well, okay, Brian. Number one, all right, let me stop you there.
okay.
We don't call it the Splatterhouse.
I
All
would
right.
hope. I would hope not.
We
Obviously.
just don't that we do not. I mean, it's a rustic brick sturdy house.
Yeah.
It was owned by Dr. West. He was an
Okay.
avid mask collector,
Hmm.
all right? And
Yeah.
it's built in 1988. I'm sorry, 98 was when
That's a.
my ranch house was built.
You got a ranch? Nice.
I do have a ranch house.
Yeah. Nice.
Now,
Now.
Brian, we
Yeah.
don't
Yeah. Yeah.
call it that. So I just we
Right.
don't need negative precedents. Just called the West Manor.
Oh, that's nice. That sounds way better than the Splatterhouse for obvious reasons. So what have you seen it? Have you gone to this listing?
Brian,
Yeah.
over here at Caldwell Snits, we go
Wait,
to
what is that your
Caldwell Snits.
what's that? That's the name of your realtor?
I'll tell you why. Caldwell's the bank branch, and Snits was the owner. SN capital I lowercase t z.
I don't think that's right.
No, it is. You know what? Go back in time. Ask their answers.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right. So Caldwell Snits. All
Yes.
right. I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
If the house fits, you use the Snits. That's how it goes.
Oh, that's clever. That's
Why,
cute.
thank you very much. Now, Brian,
Yeah.
of course I visit the house.
Okay. Well, okay, I'm just gonna. I believe from what I've seen, it's covered in blood, dead bodies everywhere. There's spikes, ghouls. How are you selling this house, or how are you selling this to people, saying this is your dream home? More of a nightmare home, if you ask me.
Oh, Brian, okay, number one, to
Yeah,
each his own. All
sure,
right.
sure.
This house sells itself, and not because it's haunted or
Well,
some kind of force pulls you in.
I mean,
This house sells itself.
so people that are listening to the episode on their podcast app. Right, we're actually broadcasts live on Twitch right now. We have James Neely message it wants to take a tour of the house. So, Steve, is this possible?
Oh,
Are
yeah,
you? Is there an open house? How do people get a look at the splat? I'm going to call it the Splatterhouse for now. How do
no, I'd
people?
rather you not.
Okay, well,
I'd rather you
uh,
not.
okay. How do people get a tour of the West Manor?
If you go on caldwellsnittswebsite.org,
Is that
you can
definitely capital I? Is that case sensitive?
it is. How did you know? Yeah.
Websites usually are. Are you sure?
Well, there's a little trick. If you capitalize some of the letters, it's cheaper to get a domain.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
You can do a virtual tour if you want. Yeah,
Mm,
pretty good.
mm,
It's just the virtual tour is it's a video. It's not
uh-huh.
really virtual. It's just me walking through the house with my DSLR camera.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a huge file, and I walk around, and that's the virtual tour.
Okay. Couple gigs there, huh?
Oh, gigs. I think we almost hit a terabit.
So did they call you and be like, "Hey, we're trying to sell this property," and I know you realtors are you're go-getters. It's a tough business, cutthroat. Did you rush there and were you the first one there? Were you the last one to die maybe? Like how did you get this gig? How'd you get this property to list?
Well, Dr. West. Well, I used to be an avid collector of the macabre, and I have
I don't
gone to.
is it macabre or just
Uh,
macabre?
I'm pretty sure it's so.
Okay.
I I went to many auction houses, and I remember I was there when Dr. West bought
Mm.
a Mayan hell mask.
Yeah, that's right there. I would say no. If I knew that's what it was called, I would not add that to my collection.
Well, it's just I got basically my boss hit me up and he said, "Listen, I have a house that may be a challenge
Yeah.
for you, Stephen." And I said, "I love challenges.
What
All
else do
right,
you love, Steve?
golf, my Geo Metro, and my buxom wife."
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much. She's very buxom.
It's kind of gross.
Some people call me a trophy husband, and her the luckiest woman alive.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, she is out of my league if I've ever seen it. Was because I make so much goddamn money selling
Oh,
houses.
nice. Good job.
Let me walk you through the house
Please.
itself. It's a rustic brick face with a sturdy roof. I
Sounds
mean,
good.
if these walls could talk, they would scream.
I think they do.
I don't think so. The property, large, you're surrounded by nature,
Yeah, sure.
by trees. Ryan,
Yes.
do you enjoy the woods?
Depends. I think I don't want animals like rabid beasts jumping out at me. I don't want to be spooked and scared. If
Oh,
it's if it's a nice, beautiful night and I got a hammock, sign me up. But if it's like if I have to walk through tons of trees and I can't see anything, no.
well, this may not be the property for you,
Right, but it's for somebody maybe.
but it's for some. I'm telling you, you
Yeah.
could see, I could see a family of 5
Hmm.
get in this house, a husband,
Mhm.
a buxom wife,
Sure.
3 mildly smart children.
Is
Just
this your is this the Snelsons? Is this your
that's Steven,
Yep.
Steven 2,
Oh, gee.
Steven 3, my 3 boys.
Not very creative.
Steven with a V, Steven with a PH, and Steven with an F. We call him Stefan. I don't think it's right. I want to stick with Steven, but my buxom
Yeah,
wife said no.
sure. How big is the house? Like you said, family of 5, is it?
It's a 3-story
Oh.
ranch brick
Wait,
home.
I thought ranches were 1 floor.
This is a stacked ranch. The
Nice.
stacked ranch is 3 ranch homes on top. Some people would say it's a normal house. Stacked ranch sounds when you're a real estate agent, Brad, you gotta understand. So when you make up weird names and confusing terms,
The
you can sell
lingo.
the lingo.
Gotta
Let
know
me
the lingo.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you how this house breaks down if you want to rent it. You see,
Please.
the last 2 months are free, which is the overall net rent. Now, the net rent is about 2,000 a month, but it's really 1,200 because the net is 2,000. But the gross rent, which is gross because the walls bleed, is about 800 a month. But you get that back at the end when you sign the lease, written with us handing your soul over. Do you know what I'm saying?
Are you looking to rent or buy, or either
I'm saying
either one?
if you want. I'm gonna tell you what you're not gonna wanna do with this property, Brian, if
Okay, okay.
we're very honest with you.
What's that?
You don't wanna Airbnb it.
How come?
Too big
Oh, okay.
and haunted.
Yeah, right.
Just saying.
So you do admit it. There is a little something going on
Legally,
there.
Brian,
Yeah.
legally, I have to tell you that the house may have a spook or two.
Right. But beautiful otherwise, you're saying.
9 windows in the front.
That's nice.
9 windows, sturdy wooden door,
Good. There's a lot of
3
natural light.
stories, and a living basement. Now, you may have said, "Now, Steven, did you say live-in basement or did you say living?" I said the latter.
Okay. Jesus. What is it? What does it mean? Like, does it hurt? Does it say "ow" when you like go down the steps? Or
And you might have to feed the house once in a while, which is why you don't want Airbnb, but
no?
that
Yeah,
may be a solution to feed the house.
it's a lot of responsibility. Oh, it's a good sick point, but yeah, but it's a lot of responsibility for the renter to
I
have
like
this
you,
thing
Brian, so
down.
I'm gonna be very honest with you
Yeah, please.
as we move on. Now, this place is a large fireplace,
Mhm.
plaster walls, great for hanging heavy mirrors,
Okay.
meat hook,
Oh, yeah.
heavy pictures.
Why are they all so heavy?
Oh, just everything's heavy. Let me tell you what I have in my house. I
Yeah.
commissioned an artist to paint a painting of me,
Oh, nice.
my buxom wife,
Mm,
my 3 mildly smart children,
right.
just on a heavy wooden frame.
Yeah.
Gotta have good walls.
Sure, sure, sure. I just bought a house and it was so nerve-wracking actually because I've rented for so long and I can actually just hang shit up on the walls with nails and screws if I want to. It's my
You
home.
d Brian, it's your
Right.
house.
It's mine.
If you wanna punch a hole in the wall, you do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Well, yeah, you know. James, does it come with a cemetery? I don't know if it comes with it.
I don't know if it come I think there's a cemetery near the property, but,
That's
I don't think you wanna own it. We just had a property that
right.
I was dealing with for the podcast started that had to do with, the house was built on some kind of,
Yeah,
an
you're on the
ancient
phone. Yeah.
ancient burial ground. There's a lot of, red tape where you can put it. It doesn't really matter, Brian, but there's no it doesn't come with it, okay, Ryan?
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
Now the basement
Yes. Tell us more
Sorry.
about the
The
basement.
basement, lot of storage,
Uh-huh.
strong ceilings that you could hang anything heavy or wet. All right.
Okay.
Large fireplace, giant
Yeah.
mirrors. I mean,
Wait, there's a fireplace in the basement too?
there's a fireplace on every floor. You get cold or you need to throw documents in or a ghoul, like it's there.
Isn't there heat? Heating like what's the HVAC system
The
like?
fires of hell. Sorry, what? Oh,
Are
there's
you
huh?
have you been spending a lot of time at the West Manor?
I guess I hang out every usually sometimes we're doing person open houses, but
Nice.
we're running into some problems, you know what I'm
What
saying?
what 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 are the what are the
Ah,
what are the
yeah,
problems?
the house eating people. I don't know, it's just it's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
There's a guy, Rick, I think comes by the house often. Do you know him with the mask and he's got the bat? Not a happy guy. Are you familiar with this guy at all? Mhm.
there were some troublemakers.
You can say that.
There were some troublemakers back in the day. But this house, legally, I have to tell you, this house had a fire. Uh,
Okay, it's like Carfax.
yeah, like, yeah, Carfax, my favorite website, just to peruse Carfax.com with a big C, little O, big M. Very good. Yeah, Rick. So Doctor West had some breaking and some B&E breaking and entering.
Mm,
This hooligan Rick and his. I don't know if she was buxom or not, but she was a woman. I don't
Jennifer,
pay
I'd say.
attention. They're not buxom, Brian, I'll be honest. I kinda just glaze over.
I mean, she was very, very attractive. Yeah.
Sure. I just said, well, like, listen, I stand by it. All right.
Yeah.
So, uh, they kinda got lost and, stumbled into Dr. West's house, and,
Ah.
there's some fire damage.
Yeah. How many times has a house been on fire?
15. Somehow it just comes but somehow, Brian, let me tell you about this house, Brian. Sometimes it just bounces right back.
The fire?
No, I'm saying, like, the house burns,
Yeah.
next day,
Oh,
house bounces back, bounce back, bounce back, bounce back.
that's impressive. I guess so repairs must be minimal, if anything.
No repairs, just a couple drops of blood, you're good.
You have to put you need the blood? Or
That's right. You get a little nick on the finger.
oh, jeez.
Drip, 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 drip. It's right
Yeah.
there, right in the gaping maw in the living room. Gaping maw with
Is
teeth, and just feed it.
be honest, is this a dangerous house for kids and or pets?
Well, if your children are like mine, which is mildly intelligent and not
Right.
very quick on the draw,
Yeah.
you kinda don't want your kids running around with, spinning blades on the floor,
Mm.
open maw, flooding basement,
What's a maw?
a maw. You ever see Pit of the Sarlacc and Return of the Jedi?
Sure,
A
sure.
gaping maw is just a large open mouth with
Now
teeth.
now hold on. Did this guy, Dr. West, did he buy that, like, install the maw? Or did it
You know,
just, like,
that's
appear one
I
day?
think it came with the house, but I'm gonna be honest, Brian, you don't have to do any work.
That's I mean, I just moved to a new house and, like, it's tempting for sure,
Of course, yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know?
Um,
How many bathrooms you got in the, West Manor?
I think there's a 5 bedrooms, one in every bedroom, one on every floor,
Oh,
15.
15
The
bathrooms?
mall counts as 7.
You could just go right in the
You
maw.
could just drop trowel, plop over, and just drop some turds in there and eat them up.
Oh my god.
That mall is good. I wouldn't now James Neely just says it sounds like a good party house. I'm gonna be
Hmm,
honest, Brian.
I don't know.
I wouldn't have a lot of people over, you know?
Yeah, you need
Someone might
to
someone might
you
wear a mask, someone might go crazy. You
you
know what I
need
mean?
those what do they call, like, those, Astro goths who do those dancing. I feel like they would enjoy it. What are they
Yeah, if you
called?
want goth children, love this house, Brian.
Right.
Um,
So hold on, back to the mall. Why the mall lives on urine and feces? Is that how it
I mean, it
works?
can. You know what
Obviously.
I'm saying, Brian?
So if you
Yeah.
didn't feed it, would the maw go away?
Uh,
Because that's kind of a deal breaker for me.
yeah,
Alright, I want pets, I have a toddler.
yeah, I would imagine. I mean, we never didn't feed it. I would
Uh,
imagine it would go away. You know what I'm
interesting.
saying, Brian?
Maybe I wonder if, you start tidying up the place a bit, get rid of the maw, the gaping maw. Maybe you get I mean, are you getting a lot of bids on the house, or has it been on the market for a while?
I mean, there are, parts of the house, it's a hard Brian, it's a hard sell sometimes.
Sure, sure.
Parts of the house, that have guts.
Yeah.
There's a heart of the house. It's a living heart.
What?
There's a
Where
living heart. It's a heart. There's a heart of a house. It's a living heart,
where?
in the basement. One of the 7 basements.
Wait, now the 7 basements.
It's a deep house, Brian.
It
I'm gonna be
seems
honest.
like a lot of upkeep for this thing.
It's a deep house, Brian. Yeah, but you're not going down there. You're
Well,
not
I
going
I
down.
would it's my house, I would wanna go down there, man, put a game room down there, I don't know.
Well, you don't wanna do a lot of noises, Brian. You know what I mean?
Ever?
You wanna be pretty quiet.
All the time.
You wanna be quiet all the
It
time, you know what I mean?
it disturbs the house.
It's just there's a lot of things going on, Brian. Dr. West was an inventor.
Mm,
He collected Mayan masks.
right.
He was he's libraries and history,
Mhm,
But no,
mm.
they're now let me get back to the bids.
Sure, sure, sure.
None.
No bids.
Not yet.
How long has it been on the market for?
It's 5
Couple
years.
yeah, it
It's
sucks.
finally let me tell you about something that happened with the world called COVID-19.
Right, heard of
Right?
that. Yeah.
So this virus came, and now like it's a housing bubble.
Yeah,
It's a bubble, Brian.
right, but that was the before this 5 years COVID didn't happen yet.
It didn't help,
Well, clearly.
you know?
It might have caused the maw.
I don't know. Moths are fine, Brian. Why do you? What is so bad about a moth? You put a rope around it. You feed it every now and then.
Okay, that's true.
I
Little,
mean,
little caution sign, right?
Brian. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
You ever have a swimming pool?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You have you upkept and had a swimming pool?
Yes.
Okay, so you've owned a swimming pool.
Growing up, my
Your
parents.
parents had one.
Yeah, above ground, big one.
Swimming pool, same
Yeah.
thing as a mall, except you can't go in.
All right.
You gotta check the wet balance. You gotta check the blood balance. You gotta check the teeth. I mean, it's like a
The
pool.
chlorine.
Yeah, don't put chlorine in.
What happens?
Barfs. We did it once. It barfed up through 4 floors.
Jeez.
4 floors up. The mall is in the sub basement.
All right, so it goes 7 down and 3 up. You said 3 floors up.
That's right.
Okay.
I mean, imagine that you could just do whatever you want in those rooms.
Except make noise.
Don't make noise. This house, Brian, is for a quiet.
Yeah, I don't know. With the kids, I don't know if that'll work with me. Again, I'm not really looking because we did just move, but I will pass it along.
Oh, please. I'll mail you my business card.
No, you could just.
No, let me mail it.
Okay.
I want you to physically. There's something tactile about holding a realtor's card.
Sure. It's not like cursed or anything. I'm not gonna,
I mean, Brian, legally, I have to tell you the answer, but you know what? I'm going to try to skate around this a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, Brian, I'll tell you this. The net of the curse is 5 years, and then the
Right.
gross of the curse is, you get the last 2 years of the curse for free.
Okay, nice.
But the gross part of the curse is 7 years, but the net is 2. So it's like you're getting 3 years for free.
Oh, geez.
Brian, do you understand this realtor speak?
Not really. So I'm glad you're explaining it very
Brian,
well.
are you saying that you think I'm using a confusing method to trick you into buying this house?
A little bit. I think just seeing the house would make me say no.
The funny thing is, someone said that the houses sense evil. And when I walked in, Brian, the house welcomed me. It welcomed any realtor that came to the house welcomed us. It's as if the house knew that we were just pieces of evil shit. And it fed off our energy.
Yeah. Do dogs bark at you a lot when you walk by?
Nonstop. Nonstop. I get lunged at, barked at, nipped. I mean, I can't go near dogs or children that are attuned to the occult.
Yeah, obviously.
Go near.
Is this
the polo, Brian? I just want you to know I'm wearing a polo shirt.
You look great.
Expensive.
You look great. Now you said you make a lot of money. Do you have other listings or houses you can talk about, or is it just the Splatterhouse? You gotta.
No, Brian. The West House, West Manor.
West
Are you trying to take food out of my babes' mouth?
Out of your buxom wife's mouth?
Brian, are you trying to make my buxom wife not be able to afford her breast plant updates? Is that what you're trying to do?
Did you say breast plant?
Updates. Yeah, breast plants updates. They plant the breasts inside of her body. And her breasts were the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Thank God she got those in, because I'll tell you, if she wasn't buxom, Brian.
Yeah, but you still married her?
After she was buxom, I did.
Oh, after. Okay, I got you. You knew her before.
Yeah, she was my brother's fiance.
Oh, my goodness.
They got big. Some people say I caused the divorce. And then she got her buxom implants, and then she squirted out 3 mildly intelligent children. Just 3.
Are they triplets?
They all look the same. Name Steven, all the same. Short, bright blue eyes, dark brown hair,
nice.
Pointy, ugly nose that my buxom wife has. Oh, I'll tell you what, Brian. She's a looker from the back and the side.
Good, great.
You look at her head on. Looks like a cracked mirror. Just
which you have plenty of. in the
Oh, there's
West Manor. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you don't want to say. Yeah, I have other properties, Brian.
Oh, you did. What else you got? Give me a couple. We got to go soon. Give me a couple.
Sure.
What?
So we got a tiny house. It's a child's house, but it's a tiny house.
What? Kids don't have their own
It's called a child. Well, they do, Brian. If you're a good father,
house.
they could
I would love it if my kids did just have their own fucking house. To
have
be
their own
honest.
place. Oh, this could be yours. Very cute,
Yeah.
small.
Okay.
Right now it's an Airbnb until it sells. You got to
Okay.
rent it for 5 nights, no more, no less. Legally, I have to tell you, some stuffed animals did try to kill people, but it was fine.
Oh, jeez.
You got to do 5 nights at this Airbnb.
Oh,
Stuffed animal.
who's the owner there? Freddie?
That's right, Frederick. Frederick Farps.
Okay. All right,
This next,
I'll
huh?
pass on that one.
Now, Brian, if you ever want yourself a little tiny summer home, just let me, I'm gonna
Yep.
check it out. So this next one is a quaint cabin in a mining town called Blackwood Pines.
Oh,
Charming little mining community up there in Canada.
nice. Okay.
Oh,
It's okay.
sorry, I sneezed.
Yeah.
And also the open houses are open until dawn. They're open until dawn, Brian.
It's cold up there. It snows a lot in that community.
But it's a good. Brian, you want to get away from north, wherever you're living.
You got to take like a tram, though, like an old rusty tram, don't you?
So, but it's history, Brian.
All right.
You have a problem with history and you have a problem with Moz. I don't know what you're doing.
Okay. I'm gonna search my house later for Moz in case I missed it.
Check the basement.
You see, I don't have a basement.
Oh,
yeah.
Lucky you.
No basement here, North Carolina.
So finally, I think this property may be out of your price range, Brian, if I'll be very honest.
Most are.
Okay, it's called a Spencer Mansion.
Oh, okay.
It was renovated after a corporation was using the space below the Earth's crust as a research facility.
Yeah, it doesn't seem on the up and up.
Now it falls under the realtor umbrella of a fixer-upper.
Okay. I got you.
Those are my Caldwell and
Snits. Is it Caldwell and Snits now? Or just
Caldwell and Snits. That's right.
Gotcha. So
if the house fits, you got inside of a Snits. Capital S N capital I T lowercase Z.
So if anybody wants one of these houses, they can contact you, Steve Snelson, at Caldwell Snits and Snits.
If you want to contact us directly, you're gonna want to go when a blood moon happens. You're gonna want to go find a goat, cut its throat, and then write your phone number in blood on the doorstep of a virgin in your neighborhood.
I mean, I don't know. I can't get any of those things.
I mean, Brian, you already have a house. This is for your listeners. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, but still, I don't even know where I would find both of those, let alone one of those.
Oh well, virgins are hard to come by with Snapchat and everything.
Sure,
virgins are real hard to come by with Snapchat.
My goodness.
And that's it. And
how are you making? Do you have? I mean, I don't want to say regular houses, but do you have how are you making money?
Well,
those Caldwell Snits pay a good commission, I guess, or
some of them do. Yeah, I'm surviving off a couple commissions that I used to do commercial property, so I've had some closed down circuses, or when you have numerous circus, it's circi. So I had numerous circi. I would sell. And also my buxom wife is an influencer. Neck down, so she does products like nail polish remover.
Not nail polish, just to get it off.
No, just the remover, and
it's important too.
Yeah, and some kind of blender.
God, for smoothies or juicing,
anything you need, just don't put your hand in it. That's what they say.
No, that's rough.
Yeah.
Any last things you can tell?
Yes, Brian. Yes.
Jeez.
What's up?
Anything else about the West Manor Splatterhouse that you can tell us before we go?
Don't put a mask on
Right.
in the house or
Any mask.
property. Any
Okay.
mask.
So don't bring a Ninja Turtle mask. Even that's like,
Don't wear it.
yeah,
Don't
I got you.
wear it.
Okay. So no masks allowed. I got you.
James the only wonder into the West Manor for a bachelor pad. I'm not
Oof.
saying you could, because after you have a nice woman of the night do her dance, push her in the maw.
Oh, well, yeah, what if she's nice?
Push her in the maw. She's going to hell anyway. You know what I'm saying? The house told me that.
Okay. This has been crazy. I hope you sell it.
Huh?
Are you flicking your tongue?
Yeah.
I hope you do end up.
Be very honest with you, Brian.
Yeah, please. You don't feel
I
good?
think you're spending too much time in that goddamn house.
I think so too,
I think
Steve.
I'm spending too much time in the house now. This house
Will
is weird.
will you eventually jump into the maw to end it all?
If I don't, I'll be honest. If I don't sell this house, my boss said he's gonna throw me in the mall, Mister Snitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said you're gonna be mall food.
Maw.
And then he said he's gonna take my buxom wife and put my 3 mildly smart kids up for adoption. I gotta sell this house.
Is he putting your wife up for adoption?
He's gonna take her,
Okay, take.
and then he's gonna put my mildly intelligent children
Yeah.
on
How old are these kids?
3, 7, and 17.
So they're not twins, you don't think?
They look alike. It's weird as crap. I've never seen it. They all look the same. It's real weird.
Like height-wise too?
Yeah, my 17-year-old's very short.
Okay.
We think he may be touched with the short disease God gives you.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. Oh my god. Hey, before we go, Steve, do you want to play a quick game with me of Wed Bed Dead?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Let's play a game of Wed Bed Dead, everybody. So we're gonna
excellent. Oh, yeah. Go on.
yeah. I'm just gonna tell you. I give you 3 video game characters. All you gotta do is tell me who you want to wed, who you want to bed, and who you want dead. All right.
Yeah, for the dead ones, they're gonna go in the mall. Just wanna
Yes,
let you know.
definitely.
Yeah, they're gonna go in the mall, Brian.
All right. So this first one is gonna be the Queen Xenomorph from the Alien 3 video game. So keep that in mind. That one specifically. Next one, real mean son of a bitch. We got Ganondorf.
Ooh, which
Ganondorf.
one?
The big pig one from the
Did
first.
you mean Ganondorf, the one where Tim Conway put shoes on his knees and it was like Dorf plays golf? Is that what you're talking about?
I wish, but no.
Are you sure? All
You
right.
know, I gave up reading. I read a lot of comedians' books. I gave up reading his book because it was so bad. I know he's like a legend, but his book is terrible. Ganon the pig.
Just drink some of this ghost blood.
Oh no! Well, jeez, Ganon the pig from Zelda 1, and then we got
the piggy one.
Yeah, then we got Doom guy from the movie, from the video game Doom. So who you got here, Steve? We got Xenomorph, Ganon, and Doom guy.
Oh, let me see. Ah,
Yeah.
oh,
I know. It's a lot.
I think I gotta wed. I gotta wed the alien queen.
Nice.
Just because, I'll be honest with you, Brian. My buxom wife, she's a queen to me.
Sure.
So I'm used to being married to queens.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Oh! Sorry.
Your forehead's bubbling a little. I don't know if you
ever feel like there's 100 hands inside your body trying to rip themselves out?
No.
All right, I'm feeling that right now. I think I'm growing teeth in my anus. All right, so I'm gonna wed
the
alien queen.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna bed the Ganon piggy.
Yep.
Because I'll be honest, before I was a successful realtor, Brian,
Yeah.
I had a lot of late night bar drinking hookups. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So this frat guy's used to banging some piggies. Oh, God. I think one hand's trying to rip out of my stomach right now. Okay, and then Brian, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I'm gonna take the Doom guy. I'm gonna throw him in the maw.
Oh, geez.
And Brian, I think he'll be able to handle the maw. It's just he's been to hell. So like, I'm not really deading him. But you know what?
He kind of might enjoy it. He might enjoy it.
Good challenge for the house to have. Give it some strength and clarity.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian, that was good.
Oh, geez. Those are I've never done this before, but I don't even know if I can make better suggestions than you. I might just copy yours.
Oh yeah,
They were great. You want to marry the Xenomorph? She's a queen, right? So
yeah,
right there, your only job is to make her happy and make babies.
true.
Ganon, hey, he's a shapeshifter also, right? I
Oh,
believe in some ways, so maybe he might be able to shift into something a little more comfortable, if you know what I
ooh.
mean. And then yeah, Doom guy just sucks. He's a mean son of a bitch. He's crazy.
He's so mean.
He's just crazy. So maybe we just bang bang boom. He's done.
Bang bang, toss him in the maw. Yum yum yum.
Toss him in the mud. He'll be like, thanks.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Jumps in.
Steve Snelson, thank you so much.
That's right, Steve Snelson.
Yeah, this has been a real informative.
Oh yeah.
Learned a lot about real estate.
Anything you need, Brian. If you ever have any questions, contact me with the blood of a goat on a blood moon in front of a
I'm
virgin's house.
I'm just gonna wait for you to mail me that business card so I can send you a good old email.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get that card, all right.
Should I wash it first with some Windex?
You wash it with whatever you want. If you want to be safe, wash it with holy water.
I don't have any.
Well, it looks like you're gonna have to go befriend a priest.
Jeez.
What a bummer. You gotta go befriend a priest in your neighborhood.
Seriously. Yeah. But thanks again, Steve. Anything else you want to any other last words or not last words?
Just check our website, .org, capital O-R-G.
Right.
The virtual tour is kind of has a Blair Witch vibe. You can see the tour of the house. Pretty good, but that's it, Brian. That's about it. Oh my god. I hope I don't kill my kids.
What?
God. I don't know, Brian. There's something evil inside of me. And it's not the chalupa I had for lunch either. Right now.
Go use one of those bathrooms. It's 15.
I'm gonna go plop some in the maw's mouth. Whew.
Everybody, thanks for listening. Steve, thank you so much for joining me. And happy Shocktober, everybody. We'll talk to you all next week, I hope. Bye-bye.
Oh.
Today's playable character is played by TJ Del Reno. Check him out on all social medias at TJ Del Reno. And check out his podcast, Unlimited Lives and The Videoizers with me. Bye-bye.